my God, look at this, guys. Look at this. Outstanding. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the next level focaccia dough recipe from scratch. I mean, take a look, guys. We have a soft and crunchy focaccia made at home in a very few steps. Watch until the end and make sure when you're done, you make this at home. Tag me on Instagram, Vito Iacopelli, and that's it. Enjoy the recipe. Enjoy! Everything starts with the magic, my magic recipe making the poolish. Of course, if you're new in this channel, go ahead, check out all my videos. I have more than 600 videos, and this is my secret, so I always use poolish. Here we go. We need 400 milliliters of water, 5 grams of dry yeast in the water, melt everything, 5 grams of honey, mix everything, and 400 grams of 00 flour. Go ahead, put everything inside, mix everything until it's all together. So you can prepare this anytime the day before or even the night before. The poolish, it's ready. Now we let it rest 1 hour at room temperature and then 16 to 24 hours in the fridge. And of course, guys, I have the poolish already made from 24 hours before, and this is how it looks like. It's nice, bubbling, and perfect to use. We need to add in the poolish 100 milliliters of water, 20 grams of salt in the water. Mix everything. I mean, try to melt it. It will not melt it because it's more salt than water. And let's go ahead and let's put everything in the poolish. With a simple spatula, go ahead and mix the water in the poolish. Now, at this point, go ahead and add 300 grams of flour. Put everything together inside the boxer. Once the dough will absorb the flour, after about 10 minutes of mixing, you can go ahead and start to work the dough on top of the counter. And that will take about 5-6 minutes to make it happen, until it's all together and the dough is ready. Okay, at this point the dough is ready, but it's super sticky. Grab a spatula, put everything, voila, together. Here we go. Olive oil on top of the dough. Get the same bowl that we used. Go ahead and close it and let it rest for 15 minutes. You'll see this time we'll start to build the gluten and the dough will not be sticky anymore. Here we go. 15 minutes pass by. Voila, like I show you the magic. Now tap, tap, tap. This way you get olive oil in your hands. It's really important. This way it doesn't get sticky. Now get the spatula. Try to detach from the wood. Put it back. Now at this moment, quick, you do like a balloons. So you have to make the dough inside, inside, inside until we find the dough nice and smooth. Look at this. Like a magic, we have built the gluten. Smash that like, comment below for question, and I will read all of your questions. So make sure, comment below if you have any question, I will reply to you. And watch until the end. So get the bowl, put the olive oil on top of the container, get the dough, quick, make sure it's not sticky. Let's form a ball. Nice ball, we close it, and boom! Pay attention, close, and right away, straight in the fridge. Well, there's no space. Straight in the fridge, I'm gonna put it right there for now, and then we make the space. Straight in the fridge for 24 hours. So tomorrow, we're going to use the dough. So, but for the magic of editing, we have the dough already made. Here we are, and we have the dough. Voila, like you can see, it's nice, puffy, beautiful, but you can see I got a little bit of crust on top. But that's because probably during the night in the fridge got open and then gets a little bit of crust. But don't worry about it. If you get a little bit of crust like that, get a little bit of water in your fingers and then pass the finger on top of the dry part, and then you will resolve the problem. I can show you right now the second step, which is one of the most next level part. So here we go. You need olives for this step, but you cannot work on the wood. You have to work on top of the marble counters. Put a little bit of olive oil on top of the counter, just upside down. Wow, the dough on top of the counter. Look at this. Did you see this? It's full of air, it's beautiful. This is like my invention. Nobody makes the focaccia this way. So let's grab the olives and just do this. A nice handful of olives. At this point, go ahead, take off all the air from the dough. Press in the olives and try to just open it this way. Once we have everything open up, try to pull again all the dough this way. Here we go. press again. We don't want to have any air in the crust. Like you can see how strong is the dough? Look at this. You have to go ahead and close it this way. At the same time, go ahead and press the air. See, I'm doing like a pocket. Now at this point, go ahead and close it and then make into a ball. Voila. At this point, go ahead and with the same container, go ahead and let it rest for about 20 minutes at room temperature. Guys, it's very important, which is the secret of the next level, the timing. So please pay attention, write it down, and follow the resting time. 20 minutes almost passed by. You need to make this recipe, makes 2 focaccia about 16 inches diameter. You can find those on Amazon. It's very important, those kind of pan. So we need to put olive oil, about a generous amount of olive oil in the pan, and olive oil in this one too. Possibly use the extra virgin olive oil because it's important. So with your hands, go ahead, spread the olive oil in the pan. Let's see the dough. That's how we find it. You can cut this with a spatula, or what I prefer is olive oil in your hands and then grab half amount of the focaccia. So this way. Here we go. Go ahead and put it in the pan. This way, and then we get this one. See that? That's where we are going to close the dough, and that's where we are going to put the bottom. A little bit of, again, olive oil on top of the focaccia, and just lightly press on top. Get some plastic wrap, put it on top lightly, this way it doesn't get dry. Now let it rest there for about 45 minutes. In the meantime, turn it on the oven at static or ventilation, whatever you have, at 250 right now. And then we are going to adjust the temperature when we are going to put the focaccia inside the oven. And here we go, the timer just finished the 45 minutes. And this is how the focaccia looks like. Nice, and it grow a little bit. Now olive oil again. I mean, I know you guys are saying how much olive oil is put in, but that's the way how to make the good focaccia. So now tap on top. Look at this, it's nice, it's puffy, it's full of air. I can feel it until you reach the whole pan. My grandmother used to say always this. It's very important. Grab the tomato. It's very important to cut because otherwise you're gonna make the tomato a mess. My grandmother used to say this: "Un pomodoro vai scattato sopra la focaccia." It means you break it and then put inside the focaccia. So let's go ahead and let's cover up the whole focaccia like this. Dry oregano, a nice handful, cover up everything. And now some nice salt everywhere. And to finish, olive oil. So this way the dough will become nice and a little bit of a fried texture. At this point, we're gonna go ahead and let it rest for 20 minutes at room temperature. Here we go, we finished this focaccia, 20 minutes passed by, and this is what we're looking for. It's super important, guys. The focaccia is something very important, like Neapolitan pizzas and everything. What we're looking for is the point to put the focaccia in the oven. If you put the focaccia in the oven at that point, the focaccia will become nice, crunchy, soft in the same time. So now it's time to go ahead and put the focaccia in the oven because this is the point that we want to put the focaccia in the oven. Let's go ahead, let's put this one on top, right there, and this one on the bottom. Boom, bye-bye, focaccia. So we're gonna let it cook for about 10 to 15 minutes, it depends. When it gets nice and brown, a little bit of a dark brown color, that's when the focaccia is ready. Be ready for the smell, because when you have focaccia in the oven, all the house will smell like Italy. I want to say like Italy, Puglia, where I'm from. So this is, every time I make a focaccia, is very, very emotional to me because it reminds me of my grandmother that unfortunately is not with us anymore. She used to make 50 focaccias every single day for the people. But anyway, let's wait, and I can't wait to show you how the focaccia will look like. Okay guys, I cooked the focaccia for 20 minutes at 220 Celsius. Here how it looks like. I'm super excited to show you how it looks like. Careful because it's hot. Get this one first. Voila, oh my God. Oh my God, this is one. And this is the focaccia barese made at home. Voila, take it out. Give it a nice close shot with that. Take a look, guys. It's soft. Let's check out if it's crunchy. My God, that's what I'm talking about. Very important, before we cut the focaccia, wait at least 2 to 3 minutes. Okay guys, watch the bottom. 20 minutes pass by. Let's check out the bottom. It's lovely. It's perfect. You see the tomato? Look at this. Look, the tomato went down, and that's the texture. But let's not waste the time. Let's see the inside of this lovely product that we made and the taste. You want to taste? See? Let's do it. Let's taste with me. Let's cut right here. Listen the crunch. It's insane. The smell, it's lovely. Are we ready? Are we ready to see the inside? Yes, you guys been waiting. If you're still watching, thank you so much for the support and be here with me. Here we go. Here we go. The texture of the focaccia. We got the olive inside. Look, 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 look. That's sponge texture. Look at this. Wow. I mean, that's what we are talking about when we say focaccia. And now it's time. Okay. Here, hold on. I wanna show the face when she eats the focaccia. First time ever. What do you think? It is next level or no?
Yes, yes.
Is next level? He's waiting for. Is next level? No, but now it's my turn. It's my turn. Hold this camera right there. Hold this camera, and let's listen the crunch here. Wow! Yeah, it's soft and crunchy, insane. What can I say, guys? Make this at home from my studio Iacopelli. It's everything. I'll see you next week with a new video. I don't have any words. Insane.